I'm hoping that there's a reason for all of this and that it comes back in the end because something's coming to get these people.
Maybe.
We're Good Books Lately. I'm Taylor.
I'm Brandon.
And we are going to share with you what we have been reading since the last time we did a reading update.
What we've are on to.
It's usually the stuff that we are currently reading, but there are some finished objects.
Finished books.
Finished books are among the ones.
Let's get into it.
Let's do it. Let's start. Do you want to get us started today?
Yeah, I'll start with my Christmas present read.
Yes.
And that's Bird Box by Josh Malerman. Ronan, our youngest, bought it for me for Christmas. I read this and loved it. I read through it so quickly. It's what do we call it?
Psychological thriller.
Psychological thriller in a sense. It's got like, you just cannot fathom what it would be like to be put in this situation where you cannot open your eyes outside. What would I do? How would you handle this? You're basically you're having to eliminate one of your senses to try to survive. And for 4 years, up to this point, and continues. But she's also got 2 kids that are 4. It's about a point in a world where something's going on. It's kind of like a pandemic.
Sure.
Where if you open your eyes, you potentially will go mad and kill the people around you and yourself. They realize the only way to survive is if you do not open your eyes outside. They don't know what it is. They're not sure, but it drives you mad. They know that. And then they don't know how to solve this problem. They have theories and whatever, but eventually people are just locked up trying to survive.
There's nothing else they can do. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Right. Well, good. All right. I have no finished books, but I talked about that book already. I've talked about City of Thieves on a few different videos.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm not going to talk about it. So the only thing I finished.
I'm not gonna belabor that.
No, because I've talked about City of Thieves. If you watch any of the previous videos, I talk about City of Thieves. Yeah, I listened to it and I fully intend on reading the physical copy because it was fantastic. City of Thieves by David Benioff. Loved it. Okay, so I don't have any finished books right now. Is that your only? No, you have a couple.
I have one more.
One more finished book. I'll start with what I got bookmarked. Okay. The other day we were on a date night and we went to the Writer's Block, which is a bookstore here in town, and we love this little whimsical bookstore. And we were looking around and Brandon picked up this book here. This is Severance by Lamora. You may have heard us talk about this in our book pickup video. Yeah. I thought it looked like just the most pretentious Booker Prize winner book I've ever. I did.
Like, what are you doing?
What is this? And that's totally in jest. I'm not
marrying me.
I'm not really that judgmental, but it was funny to poke fun at him. But anyway, I opened it up in the car on our way to dinner after we had been there, and I started reading it, and I am completely into it. I think it's so cool.
Yeah, you're like 40 pages in?
Yes. Yeah. And it's not a zombie apocalypse, but there is definitely an apocalyptic feel in that there has been a pandemic that has happened that has wiped out a good portion of the population, and those that are living are kind of husks of what they once were. They kind of are zombies in the sense of the word that is non-violent. So not the like attack you, eat you kind of thing. And then you have this other part of the population that is in survival mode because for whatever reason, they're immune to whatever is out there because it's a spore-based infection. Okay. So it's like fungal. Like The Last of Us, we mentioned that before. The book starts out in kind of with these people who work in, I don't know what you would categorize these jobs, but just New York City office building, corporate America jobs. Yeah. And they're coming together and it kind of walks you through this of them going into like a Walmart and figuring out what they need to survive and like Googling with what they have left of internet and all of this to try to figure it out. And it's so, it's just kind of interesting the way they talk about it because you have these people that you would think, how are these people ever going to survive in this situation? Yeah. And they come together and they're whatever. And then it goes to another character who's actually your main character, and it flashes back to her life in New York City pre all of this. And she's very much a millennial. This is very much a millennial story. And she's kind of talking about her life prior to all of this happening. And it goes back and forth between that and then her as she becomes kind of absorbed into this group of people. Nice. And it's interesting. The dialogue is interesting. The main character is, I'm not sure how I feel about her yet or her like choices, but it is really early, but definitely setting up for something really, really interesting.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I just finished a book actually today
Mhm.
as of filming this, and it was a book that I wasn't expecting to really know much about or really had any thoughts on. It was A Fig for All the Devils by C.S. Fritz. This is his first novel. It's a horror novel. He won some award for best horror. My brother picked this. I read along with my brother and my aunt. This is his book pick. I was a little skeptical. I was like, all right, he always likes to pick these kind of weird, kind of gruesome horror books. And I was like, all right, I'll read it. It kind of starts off like that. You're like, oh God, this is rough. This is like really gory, gruesome stuff. Halfway through the book, you just all of a sudden find yourself, you're at the end.
What is this book about? Give us the brief.
It's about death.
Okay.
It's about loss.
Okay.
It's about grieving and accepting. It's hard to really explain much of why this book is so good without spoiling.
Absolutely. And I don't think you should feel like you have to.
Right.
Who is it for?
It's for people who like to feel the feels, but also be a little bit grossed out.
That's a really great way to put it.
Yeah.
You want to
And
feel
it's funny
feels.
and it's great. And it's a good, quick read.
I was watching somebody talk about reviewing books and how it's so hard to review a book you really enjoyed because you want the people to enjoy it
as much
as you did, but from like without any influence, right?
Yeah.
And so I get that. I think that makes sense. When I watched another booktuber talk about this book, it was a similar kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like not a lot of it was divulged, other than that it's like a coming of age, but a real dark and kind of you know.
I also
whatever.
like the artwork, not only on the cover but within. There's some art in here, and the chapters are done interestingly. They go in order, but like all of a sudden it's Roman numerals. Sometimes the letters are backwards.
Oh, okay.
And
so it's supposed to be kind of like that childlike
every
journal type.
chapter starts with a bold sentence that isn't capitalized. It's
that would
okay.
The back is cool.
Yeah.
I'm putting it over here. Yeah. Very
Right,
okay.
cool.
Angus, it is not that cold outside, sweetheart.
I don't know. Okay.
Aren't you precious? Okay, so that takes me to I'll do the book club book towards the end. So after months. I want to say I started this book 11 months ago based on our YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But since I last picked it up, it was 6 months to 8 months. And this book is The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch. I'll go ahead and tell you that now. I started this book and I absolutely love this book. This book, it's got like con artists and schemes and things like that going on. Very intricate cons going on. But I really love this book. It is fantasy in that it is not a real place, but it is very reminiscent of Renaissance Venice.
Yeah.
And the magic in this, people will say, well, there's magic and glass and that lights up and all this. It's almost like just alchemy that went a couple steps ahead. Right. And so it definitely isn't splashed in your face like this is a magical book. Okay. So it's only fantasy in that regard. Other than that, it feels very much like you're reading a book set in Renaissance Europe, the Renaissance Italy. Even the names, the descriptions, you kind of get this feeling like you're in Venice, and it's really awesome. The writing is fantastic. It just reads so well. I highly recommend this book.
I want to get to it eventually too.
I think you would really like it. This is for folks. I've never read Black Tongue Thief, but this is for the folks that like the Black Tongue Thief, that like Game of Thrones. It's got that edginess and grittiness. It's really good. It's really good.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So there we go.
Cool. All right. Another book I'm currently reading is the fourth in the Dark Tower series by Stephen King.
It's one of your goals.
This was one of my goals last year to finish the series. I only ended up reading one of the books, so I'm picking it back up again. This is Wizard and Glass. I'm only about 100 pages in. It's fantasy. It's Western. It's speculative fiction. It's time travel. It's all of it.
Is it like making sense?
It makes sense.
No, I mean to you that you have it. It's been so long.
Yeah. No, I know exactly where I'm at.
Okay.
What's going on. It's one of those kind of series where you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
And parts, I think, start to click in. There's mention of other stories and other things that he's written. Like I just get mention of like The Stand. Like you don't get mentioned that story, but you get mentioned of what happens in The Stand.
Places and references to
okay. So that's interesting. Makes you want to read the other stuff too. So, but I'm enjoying it. I'm only early going, but I can't.
And
really
which
give
one
much.
is this?
This is number 4.
4. Okay.
And there's 7. So
Jeez.
or no, there's technically 7, but an 8th one that kind of gets slipped in there that I'll read after this one.
Very
But,
cool.
yeah, I'm enjoying it.
All right. I like it.
I'll eventually get to it.
All right. So we have what remains is our book club book for the Good Books Lately. Excuse me, I'm tongue tied. Our book club book for Good Books Lately is the Empusium.
The Empusium. We have 2 copies because we're both reading it.
This is January's book, The Empusium by Olga Tokarczuk.
Yes.
This book is interesting.
To say the least.
I'm not very far, so you're halfway through.
I'm halfway through.
And not a lot goes on in this, but there is always but there's always there's an ever-present feeling of just something's not right. Like this is not okay, something is off.
Yeah.
You know what it gives me, what vibes it gives me is that movie The Others with Nicole Kidman,
right,
where I don't know if you've never seen this movie. I'm afraid to spoil it for anybody, but you know, if you've seen it, you know what I mean. Like you just know something's weird.
It takes place in like 1913, 1914 Germany for a sanatorium for tuberculosis.
Yes. And so you have all these people that are staying at the sanatorium plus people that work at the sanatorium
and the village nearby.
And then the village nearby. What's interesting is the way the writer writes this book, you feel very much like a voyeur.
Because it's written that way.
Yeah, it's written to make you feel
something happen.
Yeah, like you're observing something you're not supposed to see in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and every time you think you're gonna get more about the main story.
No, she keeps you going along. It's dealing with like there's definitely a lot of so in the beginning of this book you're getting a lot of information about the sanatorium, but then you're getting a lot of these like men that are staying at the sanatorium talking about their thoughts on women. Yeah. Very much that women are inferior creatures. And I'm literally telling you this is how they talk. I'm not just like it's very much that kind of conversation. It's almost to the point where you're like, are you kidding me? Like this is it's a little on the nose if we're trying to kind of be offensive.
Yeah.
And so it's not offensive to me, right. But it's supposed to make you feel,
or at least we hope that's what it's doing, right?
I'm hoping that there's a reason for all of this and that it comes back in the end because something's coming to get these people.
Maybe it's tuberculosis.
Like some kind of like payoff retribution at the end in some kind of vile but like so satisfying way.
I'm ahead of you.
Don't say anything.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying I am ahead of you and I still don't know a lot of what main like thing right here, a health resort horror story.
I don't know what that is.
And I think every time I feel like you're gonna get clued in on more of the horror aspect of it, it just does it teases you. She's teasing.
Yeah, she's doing a lot of teasing, almost
while
as if
giving you a lot of other stuff of like kind of like the political aspects of the world at the time, the gender roles, and the idea of like nationalism and
But I think there's a lot of commentary happening, and it's all going to click into place.
I think so too, and that I'm just believing that it
is.
And I keep going.
So
but we're on a pacing guide,
right? I'm only where I'm supposed to be right now.
I'm ahead because I wanted to kind of get some other stuff read in.
He's trying to get extra credit.
If you want to join in and be a part of this,
head over to Good Books Lately. Yes, because like.
We haven't until the end of the month.
We haven't until the end of the month, and this is definitely one you can read. I haven't been picking it up because I've been trying to get Lies of Locke Lamora.
See, you're doing the same thing.
I know.
You're just doing the opposite way.
Yeah, but I do want to dedicate some time because it's one of those books where it's like not a lot's happening, but you just want to keep going. Because you're like, give it to me. Yeah. If you like weird kind of unusual settings,
it's this.
I think that the horror story part of this is going to come at the end.
Oh, I think
at the end we're all going to be like, yeah.
Oh man,
that was a horror story.
Yeah,
but it's good.
Well, yeah,
it's good. I like it.
I do too.
So, I'm enjoying myself.
it.
Yeah, and I feel like that's all that matters.
Makes for good talks.
Yeah, I think our next Good Books Lately or the book club meet is going to be interesting
because more people will have started it.
Yeah, and they're like, oh. Yeah, I don't know. I reread the first 4 chapters after we had our first no, just the one time.
Right.
But after we had our book club meetup, I reread the first 4 all the way to chapter 5 because I'm like, wait, I'm missing things here. And I'm happy that I did because I started reading it when the kids were home and it was kind of distracting. Anyway, that's our reading update for today, guys.
Yeah.
We have some roasting tomatoes going and they smell amazing. We're making some pasta tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to be lit.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Check out the book club, see if it's for you. Otherwise, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.